Two major celestial moments are on tap for lucky stargazers here in the U.S.
Yeah, the Ring of Fire annual eclipse will take place next Saturday. That's when the striking Ring of Fire effect takes place. As you see here, the moon moves directly in front of the sun early Saturday morning, and only a ring of light can be seen. But it won't be entirely visible here. LA will only see 71% obstruction of the sun. That's at 9:24 a.m. Saturday morning. I'm pretty sure we'll try to give you a shot of it somehow. But our state's northernmost cities should have a great view. Check out more at ktla.com. The second event will take place on April 8th, and that will be a total solar eclipse. And the next one won't happen over the United States until 2046.
All right, we're looking forward to the fall temperatures this weekend, but also looking forward to the eclipse that's taking place here this weekend. We want to bring meteorologist Maria Ruiz. We've been talking about this all week. We're almost there. So what do you have for us this morning?
Okay, this morning I'm showing you the path of totality for this. This is called an annular eclipse because of really how far away the moon is from the Earth. So what's happening, and this is what happens with solar eclipses, the moon will be in direct path of the sun, so it blocks the light. But because it is far away, you're going to still be able to see a ring of light. That's only going to be possible in the path of totality, and that includes Midland, San Angelo, San Antonio to Corpus Christi. Anywhere outside of this, you're looking at just a partial eclipse. For DFW specifically, 86% eclipsed, but most of North Texas will be close to about that 80% range. So here are a few other facts. The next time we see one of these solar eclipses specifically visible in the U.S. will not be until February 5th of 2046. We do, however, have a total solar eclipse, meaning the moon will be close enough to where it'll actually block out all of the light from the sun, and we are in the direct path April 8th of 2024, so in about 6 months. The next total solar eclipse after 2024 will be August 23rd of 2044. So after this next 6-month period, it'll be another 20 or so years. And again, maximum eclipse happens around 11:52. Okay, so I've gotten a few questions about the glasses. These are solar eclipse glasses. These are actually not the same as sunglasses. Don't wear just sunglasses to look at the sun. They're made out of black polymer or silver mylar, and that 100% blocks UV light. So you cannot make these. You have to get them. I got these specifically from my eye doctor. So again, Kara, do not just wear your sunglasses when you're looking directly at the sun.
And I told you I can't find the old pair that I used to have. So
yeah, you know, a lot of doctors' offices will tell you to go ahead and grab a new pair because it's been a little while.
Okay, good advice. Yeah. Thanks, Marielle.
We're just a few days away now from the annular solar eclipse. It's going to be passing across parts of Oregon, but we should see the sky darken here in Washington too. Experts are warning people not to look directly at the sun. The 2017 eclipse, which also passed over Oregon, was a total eclipse, meaning people could take off their protective shades when the moon completely covered the sun. This, however, is a ring of fire eclipse, meaning the sun will not be fully covered, and that can actually damage your eyes.
The damage is usually instantaneous, but people may not notice damage to their vision until an hour or perhaps even later. But the things that you're looking out for is blind spots in your vision or any type of diminished vision, not feeling like you're seeing like you were before.
Nearly 40 libraries around Western Washington are giving out free eclipse glasses to protect your eyes.
And at 5:33 and tomorrow morning, get excited because it's going to be your chance to catch part of a rare annular solar eclipse that could resemble a ring of fire.
It's going to be cool. Joining us to talk about this phenomenon and tips on how you can see it is NASA expert Nikki Rail. Good morning, Nikki.
Good morning.
All right, so Nikki, I guess kind of take us through this. What happens during a ring of fire eclipse? I mean, how is it so unique?
So many things have to line up just perfectly to have one of these events occur. Tomorrow, the moon is going to be between us and the sun, causing this ring of fire where we're going to be able to visualize the outer corona of the sun. It's an incredible event and a teaser for another eclipse we're going to have coming up in April of next year.
So cool, which we'll talk about that one in just a little bit. But I know that people always ask, and they ask me this question a lot, Nikki, is can I look right at the eclipse, or how can I safely look at it? And tomorrow we actually have what looks to be about 80% cloud cover during the time that we would see that eclipse. So I think it might be a little tough for people here in San Diego.
Well, I hope the weather does clear because you have an incredible viewing opportunity on the West Coast. This annular eclipse is running from Oregon down to Texas, and so you're going to see most of the eclipse from San Diego. If it's visible, if the clouds cooperate, it's an incredible viewing. And it's really important when you do this to use a solar filter. You can't look directly at the sun. Make sure you don't ever use your naked eye looking at the sun. So things like solar glasses, you can't see anything besides the sun out of these, or an indirect viewing method to have the shadow down on the ground to be safe in this event.
So those are special glasses that you could get somewhere, and I know that if you're in our mountain or desert communities here, you'll definitely be able to see it a little bit better. Are there any things like homemade that you can do at home? I know that some of our science centers are kind of putting that together.
Absolutely. And science centers and museums are often a good place for the actual glasses or filters. But if you don't have that or don't have the opportunity, there's a few things you can do. You can take an index card and punch a hole in it with the sun at your back, hold it up, and you'll see the shadow of the eclipse through the card. Cool. You can also use a colander from your kitchen if you don't want to do something at all, and pick up the colander, hold it up. You can also look through trees. The reflection, the shadow through the leaves will show. You'll be able to see the eclipse shape on the ground. So there's a lot of ways you can experience it without the solar filter, just remembering to not look directly at the sun without a filter or using those indirect methods.
Very
so
cool.
Fascinating, right?
Cool.
Another question for you. Okay, so tomorrow's eclipse is the first, my understanding, of 2 solar eclipses that people in Northern California, or America, I should say, can see this year. Tell us about that.
Yeah, so April, this annular eclipse or Ring of Fire event, and then April we'll have a full solar eclipse where it's going to be a little bit of a different part of the country, where it's going to go Texas up through the eastern seaboard to Maine. So we're really lucky with this. Between these 2 events, we're going to see a major crossing of the United States of totality paths. So many of the folks in the U.S. are going to be able to experience this event tomorrow and in April.
And don't we have some viewing, I guess, parties?
There are some viewing parties in San Diego, so we are hoping that the clouds will try to cooperate. I know on the coast, it's pretty tough here with our marine layer.
Yeah. You never know, but go check out go.nasa.gov/eclipse, and you'll be able to see the totality if the clouds aren't cooperating, because it is a really cool, event with this phenomena from our sun that literally touches everything.
Yeah, you guys have all the special cameras you can show us, and then we can watch in our pajamas sitting at home. Nikki, thank you so much. We'll have to have you back on in April. And of course,
thank you so much. Have a great day.
And for all that information, go to fox5sandiego.com. Just click on the Scene on tab for more info.